After Japan surrendered in the World War II, rioting between nationalists and communists erupted in China. As a result, in 1949, Mao Zedong proclaimed the Republic of China. The government of Chiang Kai-shek relocated to Taiwan and established defenses on the nearby islands of Penghu, Quemoy, and Matsu. An order for military conscription was issued with the intention of launching a counterattack against the mainland. The movie begins with a scene set in 1969. A young boy named Pao goes through some physical checks at the Sea Dragon Unit 831 by their unit head, Sergeant Chang. After their first day of rigorous training near the riverbank, Pao witnessed Sergeant Chang, known for his strict and tough demeanor, engaging in a playful moment with a child. This revelation teaches him a valuable lesson. Even the strongest individuals can find joy in life's simplest pleasures. Chang notices Pao and decides to take him on an unexpected trip to the local bank. Chang doesn't comprehend the local language, and that's when Pao steps up to the plate, lending his assistance. Pao cleverly determines the value of a watch by offering it as collateral, and in return, Chang acquires an elegant bracelet for someone dear to his heart, a person named Jiao. The deep bond between Chang and Jiao becomes apparent. She cherishes that bracelet with all her heart. The following day presents the soldiers with a formidable challenge, a demanding training session that involves swimming in the vast, open sea. Pao's anxiety starts to creep in, but Sergeant Chang gives him a gentle nudge into the water, only to discover Pao's inability to swim. In a moment of bravery, Chang leaps into action, becoming a true hero by rescuing Pao just in the nick of time. Commander Chang delves into Pao's family background and uncovers intriguing details. Pao's parents are both teachers, and he has 5 sisters waiting for him back home. Curiosity piques as they inquire about Pao's relationship status. Turns out, Pao has a girlfriend in his village with whom he made a solemn vow to remain chaste. Intrigued by this revelation, he finds himself transferred to Unit 831. Unit 831 is home to a rather unconventional establishment. It is a brothel. The brothel's manager enlightens Pao about the nature of the unit, assuring him that it's not just a typical military assignment. Jung, a persuasive figure, convinces Pao to take a peek inside. In a collection of photographs, Pao glimpses the faces of several women working there. But suddenly, a heated altercation breaks out between the two of them, and Pao steps in to defuse the tension. Shortly after, a particular girl named Nini captures Pao's attention. From that moment on, Pao finds himself immersed in the workings of the brothel. Under the cover of darkness, Jung acquaints Pao with the girls, shedding light on Nini's affluent background. Pao's curiosity sparks, and he can't help but wonder why someone like her has found herself in such a place. Just as Pao poses the question, the rain starts to pour, putting a temporary pause on the conversation. The next day, Pao encounters a comrade who reveals a startling truth. Their unit is assigned to a perpetually waterlogged tunnel, causing skin infections among the soldiers. To make matters worse, they become targets of relentless bullying by their superiors. In a desperate attempt to find escape from this torment, Pao's comrade confesses to seeking refuge in the brothel, spending a significant portion of his hard-earned salary on fleeting moments of comfort. The bullying continues within the tunnel, worsening Pao's comrade's suffering. Meanwhile, Chang engages in a game of chance with a fellow soldier from their unit. Little do they know that the watch Chang had used as collateral was actually stolen from this very man. As the truth is revealed, a conflict between the two starts. In a moment of vulnerability, Chang opens up to Pao about his painful past, a history of being forcibly separated from his mother, their reunion cruelly denied. In the meantime, Pao finds comfort in Nini's company and learns how to play the guitar from her. They forge a meaningful connection, spending cherished moments together, drawing closer with each passing day. In the midst of it all, Pao urges Chang to compose a heartfelt letter to his mother. However, Chang discloses his inability to write, relying on Pao's compassionate offer to pen the letter on his behalf. Deep down, though, Chang knows that military regulations stand as an impenetrable barrier, forever preventing a reunion with his beloved mother. Pao's companion is excitedly anticipating Sasha's arrival at the brothel. However, concern begins to creep in as Sasha takes longer than expected. Entering her room, they stumble upon a distressing sight, a soldier mistreating Sasha, who had rejected his advances. Witnessing Sasha's pain deeply troubles Pao's friend. Sadly, their bullies return, and Pao's companion faces further abuse inside the dank, dark tunnel. A letter lands in Pao's hands, casting a shadow over his spirits. He goes to Nini for support as he struggles with his own sadness following a recent split and shares his inner anguish. Pao feels perplexed as he wanders over the genuine nature of loyalty. At this moment, Nini imparts her wisdom, assuring him that loyalty is a personal choice, a reflection of one's own convictions. On Pao's birthday, Nini presents him with a precious gift, a watch once owned by her father, a symbol of their growing connection. The following day, Pao's friend returns to the brothel, purchasing a ticket bearing Sasha's name. He carefully combs her hair in the sanctity of her chamber as they both sob together in a cathartic outpouring of emotion. In a twist of fate, the brothel director seeks Pao's assistance in escorting his friend to the hospital due to unbearable pain. Suddenly, Pao becomes suspicious when Sasha leaves her room wearing a soldier's outfit. Pao is diligently keeping watch over his sick colleague in the hospital as his companion vanishes into the night. Upon his return, they discover Sasha's daring escape. Pao shares this unsettling truth with Young. Sasha disguises herself as a soldier before vanishing into the unknown. Young, fully aware of the potential consequences, urges Pao to keep this revelation a secret. Subsequently, we witness Sasha and Pao's friend heading towards the river, seemingly attempting to escape their circumstances. The conclusion of their endeavor hangs recklessly in the balance. The weight of Sasha's actions leaves a sober atmosphere among the girls at the brothel. The following day, the director unveils his plan to handcuff both Sasha and Pao's friend, preparing to take them away. In a moment of realization, Pao discovers that Nini works at the brothel as a means to reduce her sentence, as she is a prisoner serving time for a crime. In the midst of their time together in the parlor, Nini skillfully excuses herself, claiming a need to visit the washroom. However, upon her return, she mysteriously disappears, leaving Pao in search of her. He catches a glimpse of her speaking quietly on the phone in the distance. As the girls revel in their carefree moments at the beach, Pao's curiosity gets the better of him, prompting him to inquire about the person Nini was speaking to. Swiftly denying any phone call, Nini hastily leaves the scene. It is Zhao who eventually discloses the unsettling truth to Pao. Nini stands accused of her husband's murder. From that day onward, Pao begins to create distance between himself and Nini. Zhao is examining the jewelry the soldiers gave the girls when Pao approaches and accuses her of controlling Chang. He reveals Chang's genuine love for Zhao, while implying that she may be taking advantage of him. Zhao counters his accusations, asserting that all men engage in intimate relationships with her but refuse to commit. She challenges Pao to consider the courage it would take to marry her. Zhao opens up about her own experiences, sharing instances of harassment from her father and brother, emphasizing that she does not harbor any romantic feelings for Chang. Chang pays a visit to the brothel, announcing Zhao's departure from engaging in intimate encounters. Behind this facade, it is revealed that Zhao is carrying a secret that she is pregnant, and Chang suspects himself to be the father. On that day, Chang personally prepares dumplings for the girls, a heartfelt gesture that speaks volumes about his emotions. Later that evening, Nini visits Pao, knowing that he had been disappointed with her recent behavior. She shares her painful story of defying her family's wishes by marrying against their will. However, she endured unimaginable mistreatment from her husband, who subjected her and their child to cruel torture. In an act of self-defense, she ultimately took her husband's life. Nini had been serving her sentence in jail before being sent to the brothel. She has demonstrated excellent behavior and is about to be released, and she is excited to see her kid again. She reveals that the phone call was with her son, speaking with him on that day. As Pao listens to her harrowing tale, a wave of empathy washes over him, altering his perspective on Nini and her circumstances. Chang experiences a brief period of weakness as he confides in Pao about his intense desire to leave the military and go back to Taiwan. With hopes of a fresh start alongside Zhao, Chang envisions opening a restaurant and building a new life. Requesting Pao's assistance, Chang implores him to write a loan application, an instrumental step towards realizing his dreams. However, later it is discovered that Zhao disregards Chang's objections and resumes her interactions with clients. Pao, unable to keep the truth hidden, discloses Zhao's deceitful plans surrounding her pregnancy and her ulterior motives of financial gain, with no intention of marrying Chang. Enraged by this revelation, Chang confronts Zhao, demanding the truth. Zhao, in a cold and detached manner, callously informs him that he will never be able to return home or see his mother again. She refuses to marry him, as she wishes to distance herself from her past life as a prostitute. Driven by anger and consumed by emotions, Chang tragically ends up strangling Zhao, leading to his subsequent arrest. Pao, a witness to this heart-wrenching event, is overwhelmed by grief and profound sadness. After that, Pao gets a box from Chang that contains letters for his mother. Sadness overtakes him as he goes through them. He is persuaded that Chang's downfall was eventually caused by his disclosure of the truth about Zhao. If only Pao had kept the truth hidden, this devastating chain of events might have been avoided. Nini, too, is destined to return to jail, where she will complete the necessary procedures before finally reuniting with her family. Pao is struggling with the weight of the recent tragedy and is overcome with sadness. He first intends to seek an intimate contact with Nini that night, but he restrains himself after having a realization that it's important to keep himself pure for a future relationship. He vows to reserve his intimacy solely for his future wife. As the new day dawns, Nini bids her farewell, embarking on her own path. Pao writes her a sincere letter in which he summarizes their shared experiences and bids her a tearful farewell. In the movie's final scene, Pao is seen saying goodbye to Unit 831 and getting ready to return home after being profoundly affected by the touching story of Paradise in Service. So guys, we hope you enjoyed the recap of this movie. Don't miss out on the latest movie recaps and in-depth analyses. Also, please hit the like button and subscribe to the Explanation Pro for more such captivating content.